Hey you guys, how are you doing? Um, so I wanted to talk to y'all about holding space for people versus cutting people off. So let's talk about cutting people off first. Um, I think personally it's a trauma response to just cut people off. I say that because, I have actively my entire life watched and observed my mom cut off everybody, cut off family, cut off friends. And now here you are in your 60s and you lonely. You can't sit there and say that the people you're meeting now are your real friends when you done threw away 25, 30, 40-year friendships and connections because, you can't control someone, right? That to me is just a trauma response. There's no need to cut people off. You can disagree with people and that's fine. Why because y'all have a disagreement do you need to cut somebody off? Why because they told the truth and the truth be hurting, and now you on the offense, you want to attack and be mad. Look, you can't be mad at somebody for telling you the truth, okay? Now, there is a difference. I feel like when someone speaks the truth, you have to learn how to take criticism. You got to learn to know constructive criticism from, the criticism of somebody just criticizing you because, they just want to make it seem like they're superior, they know better, they are just better than you, okay? So constructive criticism is a good thing. And then the other criticism, it really just 100% boils down to discernment. What does your intuition and your gut instinct tell you about somebody? Does it tell you that you need to cut that person off? So for me, right, I listen to my gut. I listen to my intuition. If my intuition says cut that person off, well, it's for a reason. And either I want to mess around and find out the hard way why I should have listened to my gut instincts and left that individual alone, or I can just listen the first time to my instincts that are never wrong. Why question it? If my instincts say that person is dangerous, that's exactly what that person is. They are dangerous. They are a threat. Whether it be, because see, a lot of people will be like, well, why does my intuition say this? And let me tell you something. When your intuition tells you that somebody is a threat and a danger to you, it doesn't mean that physically, because they're smiling and they're kind and they have not done nothing physically to you yet. In the spiritual realm, y'all ops. They are your enemy spiritually. That's why your intuition said stay away from them. Okay? So I look at life from a spiritual perspective because, and it's hard. We get caught up in the matrix. We get caught up in, the quick pace of life. Like, oh my God, bills and work and kids and school and, chores and cooking and cleaning and all these different things. And then not even just the work stuff, but even with your hobbies, your pastimes, you might just want to chill and watch a TV show. It's always all of this stuff is noise. But when you get in solace and you just get into a quiet space, no TV, no electronics, the kids are asleep or they're gone, and you just sit in silence for even 5-10 minutes, you will get to know yourself or get to a place where you can really hear God talking to you. You can really trust your instincts even more. Because, for those of y'all who are out there struggling with trusting your instincts, understand it's like exercising a muscle. Every time you go to the gym, or if you're at home and you use resistance bands or you do calisthenics or something, you are working out muscles. Well, guess what? Every time you read a book, you're exercising and working your brain, right? And everything should be equal. You should work out physically so that your body is healthy head to toe. You should work out mentally by reading books and, basically learning skills and learning new things, gaining knowledge. And then you should work on your soul by sitting in silence just briefly. Why? Because when you can sit in silence, you can really start to trust yourself. You can really start to hear your intuition and God talking to you a lot louder than listen to all this noise in our daily lives. So when I listened to my intuition, it took me a while to trust my intuition and my instincts, but it was like exercising a muscle. You gotta exercise it. And the better you get at listening to it, the more in tune you're going to be with it, to where it's just second nature. Like, baby, my intuition is so on point that if I'm walking, my intuition, I'll pick up on somebody watching me. And then my intuition could be like, it's that dude in the red shirt with the hat and the sunglasses. And I could look behind me, boom, layers at him, pointing him out. As soon as I look back, then he's trying to look away. That is a sixth sense. That is a spiritual gift. And you have to fine tune it. You have to constantly work on it, So in listening to my intuition will tell me, hey, this person is dangerous. On a spiritual level, this is your op. Like this person is in your face trying to infiltrate your circle. But on a spiritual level, you my whole op. We banging in the astrals and, in the spiritual realm. We do not get along. So because we're enemies up there, well, down here, we're going to be enemies too. Ain't nothing different. You're just trying to infiltrate and get close. And see, that's how betrayal happens. Because you've already got this vibe. Something's off, but I can't quite put my finger on it. You don't need to put your finger on it. Just the fact that something is off. Your yellow flags need to be up. Yellow flags come before red flags. And why do we wait to see red flags to want to cut a person off? No, we need to start. See, it's like red light, green light. Yellow means caution. Red means stop. But how many people see a yellow flag, they keep going, see the red flag, and they still keep going, and to the detriment of themselves? That's how they end up heartbroken. That's how they end up gaslight and feeling like they're insane. This is how, see, that's why I was like, no, I trust my instincts, and I trust my discernment. My discernment lets me know whether someone is safe or not. And in that safeness or unsafeness, I make the call to cut them off, to create distance, or to hold space. At the end of the day, a lot of people be like, well, how do I know? And this and that. Look, let me tell you, you pray and ask God to reveal your enemies. You need to pray for strength, because it'll be the people that you least suspect. And it's going to hurt when God reveals them to you. Because some of us out here, we're walking through life with rose-colored lenses. This person is blue, but you trying to paint them purple. This person is yellow, but you trying to paint them red. No, sweetheart. They are who they are. This is why I believe in trust when people show you who they are. They not lying to you. When a person decides to steal from you, they have proven and shown through action they are a thief. When a person cheats on you, they have proven through action that they are a cheater. And 9 out of 10, they gonna lie. Because once a cheater, always a cheater. Now, a lot of them try to say that's not true, this, that, and the third. But it is a big gamble to forgive and take that person back, because the chances of them doing it again is high. Why? Because they feel like, oh, well, shoot, I begged and pleaded, and, I bought them gifts, and I did this and I did that, and they sucked you in. Well, they feel like, shoot, if I cheat again, all I gotta do is buy you gifts and do this and that and say I love you and blah, blah, blah all over again. You're gonna be a sucker again. No. Use your discernment. You know, your discernment helps you to know who to hold space for and who to cut off. And that's the best thing that I could really tell you. So I would say level up your discernment. Trust your gut instincts. Don't let nobody gaslight you and play mental gymnastics with you and make it seem like your gut is wrong. Let me tell you something. This is a mistake that a lot of people make. God will tell you something through your gut and your intuition or your discernment. And y'all feel the need to tell him, well, God told me that you blah, 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 blah. Baby, that's for you to know. It don't mean go tell the enemy what you know. Move in silence. You know what they own. They think they slick. They think they can get over and play you and dog you and use you and drag you. They think a lot of things. But see, you already know where they're coming from because of your discernment. So because your discernment already puts you on game to what they own and what they're trying to do and where they're trying to get and what they're trying to gain from you. So for example, like men like to call women gold diggers, right? So a man got a whole bunch of money, and you know that this woman is trying to get to your money. That's discernment. You know what she's trying to gain from you and trying to get and take from you. Well, he's on game because it's like, nah, if I do marry you, prenup, even though prenups can be contested and sometimes cracked, you know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, if she don't sign it, then let her go, cut bait, find someone else that is willing to go through the prenup because you are protecting your financial assets. That's just an example, y'all. At the end of the day, you got to protect yourself in all aspects of your life. You got to protect your mental health. You got to protect your emotional health. You got to protect your physical health, your financial health, and your spiritual health out here. So, you know, that is how you would know the difference between cutting someone off and holding space for them. So I hope that helps. I hope y'all, that answered your question. All right. Peace.